He had the exact directions to wealth, step by step, written clearly, but he never followed them and stayed lost forever. In a kingdom where treasure hunters searched for buried gold, two young men heard about a legendary fortune hidden somewhere in the desert. Both wanted to find it. Both were given the same map by an old explorer who had found the treasure himself. The map was perfect, clear directions, every landmark marked, every turn labeled. Follow the map exactly, and you'd reach the treasure in 3 days. One man followed the map and found the fortune. The other kept the map in his pocket and wandered the desert for 20 years, never finding anything. The first man's name was Tariq. When Tariq received the map, he studied it carefully. He saw the starting point. He saw the path. He saw where X marked the spot. The directions were clear. Day 1. Walk north until you reach the red rocks. Day 2. Turn east at the dried riverbed. Day 3. Head south to the 3 palm trees. Dig beneath the center tree. Simple, direct, proven. But Tariq looked at the map and thought, this seems too simple. Maybe there's a better way. Maybe I should explore other paths first. Maybe the treasure isn't really where this map says it is. So Tariq put the map in his pocket and started walking in random directions. He'd walk west for a while, thinking he saw something promising. Then he'd turn north because that felt right. Then south because someone told him treasures are usually found in the southern desert. Days passed, weeks passed. Tariq kept wandering. Every few days, he'd pull out the map and look at it. I should probably follow this, he'd think. But then he'd see something that looked interesting in a different direction and keep wandering. People would ask him, why don't you just follow the map? Tariq would say, I will, eventually, but I want to explore my own path first. I want to make sure the map is right before I commit to it. Years passed. Tariq kept wandering the desert. He'd occasionally take a few steps in the direction the map suggested, but then he'd get distracted and go a different way. He had the map the entire time, perfect directions, but he never fully followed them. After 20 years, Tariq was still wandering, still lost, still poor. He had the answer in his pocket, but never used it. The second man's name was Samir. When Samir received the same map, he also studied it. He saw the same clear directions, the same simple path. But unlike Tariq, Samir didn't question it. He didn't look for alternative routes. He didn't try to find a better way. The map was created by someone who had already found the treasure. That was enough proof. Samir started walking exactly as the map directed, north to the red rocks. Some parts of the journey were boring. Some were difficult. Some made him uncomfortable. But Samir kept following the directions. Day 1. Samir reached the red rocks, exactly where the map said they'd be. Day 2. He found the dried riverbed and turned east, exactly as marked. Day 3. He saw the 3 palm trees on the horizon. Samir reached the center tree and started digging. Within an hour, he hit something solid, a chest. He pulled it up and opened it. Gold, jewels. More wealth than most people see in a lifetime. 3 days. That's all it took, because Samir followed the map exactly as it was written. 20 years later, Samir was living comfortably, The treasure had given him financial freedom. He'd invested it wisely and built lasting wealth. Meanwhile, Tariq was still wandering the desert, still searching, still lost. He'd pull out the faded map occasionally and say, "One day I'll follow this. One day I'll commit to the path." But that day never came. Because Tariq spent 20 years looking for a better way instead of following the proven way. One day, exhausted and desperate, Tariq ran into Samir at an oasis. Samir was wealthy, healthy, and free. Tariq was broke, tired, and still searching. Tariq said, "We had the same map, the same directions. How did you find the treasure? And I'm still looking." Samir pulled out his worn, tattered map. It was covered in sand and sweat stains. It had been used until it barely held together. Then Samir looked at Tariq's map, still clean, still perfect, still barely touched. Samir said, "Because I followed the map. You just carried it." Here's the truth about wealth that destroys most people. Information is everywhere. The path to financial freedom is well documented. Thousands of people have shared exactly how they did it. The directions exist. Save money. Invest consistently. Build assets. Avoid debt. Create income streams. Grow your skills. It's all been mapped out clearly by people who've already done it. But most people never follow the directions. They collect advice. They read books. They watch videos. They have all the information. The map is in their pocket. But they don't follow it. They wander. They try random things. They look for shortcuts. They get distracted by new paths. They question whether the proven way actually works. Tariq represents most people. They have access to perfect financial guidance, proven strategies, clear instructions, but they never commit to following them. They keep the map for reference, but never use it for direction. They'll learn about investing, but never actually invest. They'll read about budgeting, but never create a budget. They'll hear about building businesses, but never start one. They have the information, but not the application. Samir represents people who actually build wealth. They don't have secret knowledge. They don't have special maps nobody else has. They just follow the directions everyone has access to, consistently, completely, without questioning every step. Think about your own life. How many times have you learned exactly what to do with money but didn't do it? How many books have you read without applying anything? How many videos have you watched without changing your behavior? You know you should save. You know you should invest. You know you should build assets. You know you should avoid unnecessary debt. The map is clear, but are you following it? Most people spend years searching for better directions when they haven't followed the basic directions they already have. They want advanced strategies when they haven't mastered the simple ones. They want the secret map when they haven't used the obvious map. The path to wealth isn't hidden. It's not complicated. It's not secret. It's clearly marked and proven by millions of people. The only question is whether you'll follow it or keep wandering. Tariq wandered for 20 years with the map in his pocket. Samir followed it for 3 days and found the treasure. Same map, different commitment. Stop looking for better directions. Start following the directions you already have. The map works. If you use it, subscribe for more wealth parables.